Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. Before we get started, I want to give a big thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate your support of my channel, so thank you very, very much. I'm leaving for vacation again on Monday. We're going down to Chickpea, New Jersey for a week. I'm really excited about it. I love the beach. In fact, if it wasn't for the fact that I would have to move away from my children and my grandchildren, I'd move to the beach because I love the beach. But for now, I'm going to take my week's vacation down there. So hopefully on my next video, I'll make something down there with my grandchildren and I'll show you a few scenes from Chickpea. But for today, we're going to get started and I'm going to make a healthy dessert today. That's right. Right, cameraman?
I hope so.
It's healthy. It's cinnamon chickpea blondies. That's right. I said chickpea. And that was a can of chickpeas. Trust me when I tell you, you won't even know they're in the recipe. Now, I personally don't like chickpeas. What about you, cameraman?
I relish and love them.
Oh, Lordy. I know you like chickpeas. You put them in salad and different things. And he's always saying to me, try them, try them. I just don't like them. But I can guarantee you, you will not taste them in this blondie recipe. This recipe is not only healthy, there's no flour in it, it's gluten-free, there's no refined sugar, and it's very high in protein. So it's healthy. It's about the healthiest you're going to get from the Baking Diva. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then what I did is I lightly sprayed with nonstick cooking spray an 8 by 8 inch pan. That's usually what I make my brownies in. Now I have my Ninja. If you don't have a Ninja, that's fine. Use a blender, use a food processor, but this recipe is really very, very easy. So here's my Ninja. This is a 16-ounce can of chickpeas. You can use any brand chickpeas you want. The recipe actually calls for a 15-ounce can of chickpeas. So I'm going to pour most of it in. I'm just going to leave a little bit out. Want a few extra chickpeas, cameraman?
Please, please.
So
Please, can I have 15 maybe?
I'll leave you that other ounce. So that should be good. This recipe, after you're done baking it, it's very, very moist on the inside. It's a little crackly and crunchy on the outside. It's really good. So we put in our 15-ounce can of drained chickpeas. Next, I'm going to put in a half a cup of cashew butter. Cashew butter, I love. I could just eat that by the spoonful. I mean, we bought our cashew butter in Trader Joe's, but you can buy the cashew butter anywhere you want. Any brand cashew butter. So let me just get my spoon and scrape my cashew butter into here. So good. I love all these nut butters. And you, cameraman? I asked him to taste the cashew butter before. He didn't want to taste it. I don't know why. He was just being pig-headed. Right, cameraman?
I can't help it.
I know. Now, a quarter of a cup of any brand old-fashioned oats. If you can get gluten-free oats, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. But this is 1/4 of a cup. We're just putting everything in together here. Next, we're going to put in 2/3 of a cup of coconut sugar. If you've never had coconut sugar, it's brown, but it's not brown sugar. It's coconut sugar, and it's even delicious, sprinkled on top of oatmeal. So we're putting 2/3 of a cup of that in. So this is my pre-measured 2/3 of a cup. And we're putting in 1/4 of a cup of pure maple syrup. This is taking the place of the sugar that you would put in here.
Is that from Vermont?
Absolutely. All right, now we need 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. And this is my brand new jar of cinnamon that I thought was open, but it wasn't. And even though I think I'm prepared all the time, forgot my measuring spoons. So let me get those out of my drawer. All right, so I told you that is 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. So let me put that in. Even that out. Okay, that's 1.5. These are called cinnamon chickpea blondies, so of course we need cinnamon in there. Let me put that to the side. We need 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. This big bottle's been lasting me for a while, but I know it's soon going to be running out. So that's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, let me level that out, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Move that to the side, and we're going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I don't know why my measuring spoons don't have 1/4 teaspoon, unless I misplaced one, so I'm just doing 1/2 of this one. Okay. Now, we have everything in there for now. I'm going to put my top on my Ninja. And I'm just going to blend everything. Now, could that be any easier? There we go. I have it plugged in. So here we go. Let's pulse it. We're trying to mix everything together and get it all incorporated. Might have to do it a few times because we want to get all those chickpeas chopped up and that cashew butter mixed in. I'm going to put my pan here so I'm all ready. It's a very thick mixture. All right, so let me get this all mixed. I'm going to pour it in the pan and I'll be right back. I finished mixing everything together in the Ninja, and I spread it into my lightly greased pan with my spatula. The mixture will be very, very thick. It's almost the consistency of, what a brownie mixture would be like. So I spread it around the pan evenly. Now this recipe says, whoops, it slid. It slid on my no-bake pan. There we go. It's fine now. So anyway, that's because I tipped it. Anyway, this recipe says bake it for 30 minutes in your preheated 350-degree oven. And then you can serve it by sprinkling a little bit of this cinnamon and sugar mixture on top. I'm not going to do that. I've seen recipes where you could put a few walnuts on it. You could put a few of those chocolate chunks. So I'm going to do half and half. I just want to experiment a little bit. So on half of this, I have about 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts. I don't even think I'm going to use them all because I'm only doing half. So I'm just going to sprinkle a few of those onto half of my pan. You don't have to put any nuts on here or any chocolate chunks. It's just, I want to have a little fun with this recipe today. Just press them down a little bit. And then I have the Nestle's semi-sweet chocolate chunks. So I'm going to put a few of those on the other side. Just sprinkle some of them on top. You don't have to put a lot. Now some of you might say, well, that takes away from it being healthy. Well, semi-sweet chocolate is supposed to be good for you and healthy. And like I said, you don't have to put anything on. Just bake it as is with no nuts and no chocolate. So I'm not going to tip it because I don't want it to slide right now. But I'm going to put it in my oven for a half hour. And then you're supposed to take it out once the sides begin to release the mixture from the sides of the pan and the top of it firms up. I know that for a fact this will continue to firm up as it's cooling. So let me get it into the oven now and then I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Alright, I took these Blondies out of the oven after 30 minutes and they are perfect. I just wanted to mention something to you. There are no eggs in this recipe or flour. So without putting eggs in it, they're not going to be cake-like. They're going to be more the moist brownie type of Blondie. And I don't know if some of you are aware, do you know the difference between a brownie and a Blondie? Well, a brownie has the cocoa powder in it, has cocoa in it, and a Blondie doesn't. A Blondie has vanilla in it. That's basically the main difference. So anyway, I think these came out delicious. If you want them more cake-like, you know, you can throw an egg in at the end, but it kind of defeats the purpose to me because then it's not going to be vegan. But this is what they look like, and I think they look delicious. I did some with the nuts and some with the chocolate chunks. I think the chocolate chunk ones are maybe my favorite, but I'm going to give them a taste right now and let me see what I think. You know, everything in moderation is good, but if you want low carb, high protein, healthy, these are for you. So let me give this one a little taste. Very good. In fact, delicious. There is no way at all, talking with my mouth full, that you can tell that there's chickpeas in here. So what I would do if I were you, make this recipe for your family or friends. Do not tell them what's in it. And after they tell you how good they are and everything, then you can tell them, you know what's in there? Chickpeas. So, give these a try. So good. Cameraman and I are going to go have a couple, because after all, they're healthy, right, Cameraman?
Absolutely.
So, if you enjoyed this recipe and you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, share my recipe, make any comments, or if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. When we're down in Cape May, on my next video that will be coming up, I have something special I want to show you. So everyone have a great day. Toodles!